Mark, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I guess first and foremost, let's just talk about what does it feel like to be Superman? I mean, 2 consecutive no hitters, no one is touching you right now. What does it feel like to be on top of the world?
It feels great. I really couldn't do all this without, my defense and my coaching. And the outings that I had, I really only had 11 strikeouts, 11, 12 strikeouts. So the other 10 or so outs goes to my defense, and that really helps me, get through the innings and keep my pitch count low and be efficient.
What was working so well for you, especially the last two starts? I mean, were you feeling right on the mound? Was one pitch working better than the rest? What do you think was going so well?
Um, I think I was just pitching well. I was hitting my spots, and they were just hitting it to our defense. Pitching ground balls is, that was what I was doing, and we just got out early, and our offense kept hitting the ball, and that was basically it.
There's another new coach that was added in the area in the Mineral Ridge part of baseball, and Coach Ragozine. Talk about the relationship you have built with Coach Ragozine over this season and what it's been like for Rams baseball.
Yeah, once Coach Ragozine got here, I was a little excited because McDonald last year and the past few years has been a great program, and I knew he was coming from there. And since November, since our weightlifting program, I know it was going to be a special year, especially with our seniors. We have a good senior class, and I just knew we were going to make a good run, do some damage in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you talk about the senior class and what's it like to be a part of this group and to play with them for so long and to have this kind of one last hurrah with your seniors.
It's great to be a part of this class, but unfortunately, our careers, sophomore year COVID, and our junior year didn't have such a great year, but this year we're making the most of it, and we're gonna come out and try and do as good as we can in the playoffs.
Being that you've had that unique experience, you mentioned the COVID year and experiences not a lot of other high schoolers have had. What's some advice you would give to some upcoming players about playing baseball and just playing at the high school varsity level?
Well, baseball is a special sport. You go through a lot of adversity. It's just a game of failure, and you have to stay strong, work through it, and good things will happen.
What are some things you personally do to go get through those ups and downs of baseball and to try to, like you said, stay even and pursue through the adversity?
Just keep working, and everyone has slumps every once in a while, but you just keep working, and eventually you'll get through it.
What is the go-to sunflower seed flavor for Mark Bunch? Because I know there's a lot of them out there and someone has their preferences. What's the go-to?
For me, probably either cracked pepper or Taco Bell are my top two.
We know that the dugouts in baseball can get loud, can get rowdy, can get a little chippy. That's part of the sport. You got to be able to not just heckle the other team, but heckle your own players too. What's your favorite kind of dugout chant or dugout saying that you guys have this year?
We really don't do like chants like that, but like we'll just cheer on our teammates, if they strike out or something like that, we'll pick them up and not to take it into the field and make errors and stuff like that. So just basically picking up our players when they're down.
If we're gonna put Mark Bunch on a Gatorade, would you put yourself on a flavor that already exists, or would you make a whole new flavor for the Bunch Punch maybe?
Um, I would probably do orange. I don't know. It's just my favorite like flavor, so probably orange.
Staying on brand too with Mineral Ridge. Talk about the school system here in Mineral Ridge and what it means to you to represent the Rams every night and what makes you so proud to be a Ram.
It's a great school system, and the sports are good, and you know, back in the past, our sports haven't been too good the past few years, but we're looking to turn it around. Starting with this baseball program, and we have a good track program and other sports like that.
What's some of the younger players on this team that you've kind of tried to take under your wing and offer as a mentorship for them for future seasons?
Um, Probably Jack Gilly. When he's a senior, even upperclassman, he'll be something special on the mound. Unfortunately, this year he's hurt. He broke his thumb, but next year he'll have a good season.
I want to take you back to football season because obviously you're the quarterback at Mineral Ridge, and when you're a quarterback, you got to learn how to lead. You got to be able to lead a team. It's one of the requirements of that position. How much has that experience helped you become a leader in the other sports you play, especially baseball?
Well, football quarterback, it's everything. Leader of the team, like you said, and the lights just went on in this room.
It just went completely dark.
But being the leader of the team, I have to take the whole team under my wing, and just when a bad play happens or something like that, I have to pick them up and get them, basically tell them you get them next time and move forward.
I love how the lights went out in perfect composure all the way through it too. Talk about that composure that you have to have standing in the pocket, standing on the mound. What are some things you do to kind of calm yourself down during those peaks in the game where tensions are high and you need to kind of calm yourself down?
Being under pressure, I kind of live for those moments. I feel like I'm in sometimes better under pressure than I am normally. So it's just kind of like it comes natural being in those.
What's your baseball journey been like? Talk about where it started and how it's grown and how the love for the game has grown over the years.
My baseball journey, I think I started playing when I was around like 5, so I've been playing for like 13 years or something like that. And starting out with Little League, it's always fun. Then we got into Pony, and it got a little bit more serious. And now high school, it's been a great experience, and we'll see where it goes from here.
What are some of the future goals and plans for Mark Bunch now after this season?
Well, as of right now, I'm not really undecided whether I'm going to college or going into a trade or what have you. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Do you have like a dream job that like if logistics were an issue, you would be doing this?
Um, I don't know if I would say I have a dream job, but if I go to college, I'd probably do something with sports, and if not, I'd probably go into the trades.
Looking at this entire this community too that was there to support you. I mean, Mineral Ridge always has a strong community. Talk to me about some of the biggest names in that community, whether it's some teachers or just some other big names that you've grown close with in the Mineral Ridge community that's had a big impact on your life.
Our coaches not being from Mineral Ridge, they have had a good impact, but other names that have good impact, our teachers, our principal, Mr. Stevens, has had a good impact on, our programs, and especially our football program. I think will be a lot better this year than it has in years past. And I don't really know who else, but Mr. Stevens and just the staff here and all the coaches have had a good impact on the kids.
All right, Mark, it's time to go into the rapid fire section of this interview. We'll try to learn a little bit more about you off the field and have some fun before we get out of here. I'll start with, what's your favorite part about being a baseball player?
Favorite part about being a baseball player? Um, I don't know. It's just speaking from like a football aspect, you only have 10 games, so you cherish them more week in and week out, but you can't you can dwell on stuff that happened in the past in football because games are like each week, but in baseball, you just have to forget about it. It's a tough sport. It's a sport of adversity, sport of failure, but you got to learn to overcome it. And that's what's really special about the game.
What about you has changed the most throughout your Mineral Ridge career?
I don't know. I've become more like cool, calm, and collected throughout my high school career. Like going back to my freshman year, I was kind of like not really like a hothead like type of person, but like not as calm and collected as I am now.
What's your proudest accomplishment so far in Middle Ridge?
With sports, probably my either one of my no hitters or beating Springfield last year, I guess.
All right, you've had a lot of coaches and a lot of different sports, so I'm going to put you on the spot. Who's your favorite coach?
My favorite coach, I don't know if I've had a favorite, but the one that's impacted me the most, probably, Shaner's a great coach. Obviously, Coach Ragozine's a great coach, but impacted me the most probably Josh Goss from freshman year of football. He was the
Uh,
offense.
who is one teammate that you have learned the most from? And I'm thinking like a Middle Ridge alum that an upperclassman that you kind of went through.
Probably, Dakota Edwards from my freshman and sophomore year from being second string QB under. He really took me under his wing, and I learned a lot from him on and
What
off the field.
teammate? Sorry, what teammate makes you laugh the most?
Laughed the most, probably Peyton Zupka.
What is some advice you would give to someone who's coming up in the Middle Ridge program?
It's a great program. Just, play all the sports you can while you're here. Yeah, and cherish it while you have it, because eventually it's gonna end, whether you play college or go on to play college or not.
What's your favorite holiday?
Probably Christmas, I'd say.
What's your least favorite holiday?
Least favorite? I don't know. Probably like, I don't know. I'll just say like Easter or something. I don't know.
If you were given the power, what holiday would you create?
Create?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I'd probably just have like a second Christmas.
Oh, yes. What's the best Halloween costume you've worn or seen?
I don't know. There's some really cool costumes I've seen, but worn, I can't really remember. I think I was like Spider-Man one year or something. So I guess that'd be the best.
What's the best Christmas present you've ever received?
Christmas present. Um, Probably my Xbox or something like that.
What's the best gift you've ever given?
Given. Um. Uh. I really couldn't tell you. I don't really remember.
Would you rather go forward in time or back in time?
Probably back in time. Repeat high school.
Okay, if we were going to give you a time machine and you could go back to any era, what era would you want to go back to?
Any era. Probably like the early 90s, 2000s, like when uh baseball players were juiced and just sent bombs.
Name one person from the past if you were going to go back in time that you'd want to meet.
Want to meet? I don't know. I guess it would be cool to meet like Barry Bonds or like Jim Tomey or some guys like that.
Who's your favorite professional athlete?
Um, Probably right now, Miles Garrett.
What's the best sport event that you've ever watched in person?
Watched in person. Um, like on TV or
Yeah,
like
you can pick one that you've watched on TV either way. Like your best sports memory from
probably
watching or
the 2016 Game 7 finals.
that's a popular pick in this neck of the woods. Um, would you rather be taller or shorter than you are right now?
Um, if I were to pick, probably a little bit taller, but I'm fine with how I am now.
What is one word that you have struggled with pronouncing either now or in the past?
I don't know. I'll say like maybe like specific or something like that. I think I used to say like Pacific or something.
What's your favorite video game?
Video game, probably 2K or MLB The Show.
Rate your video game talent from 1 to 10.
Probably like a 9. I'd say I'm pretty good.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
Probably somewhere out west, where it's not snowing into May.
Right. And then we'll leave you with this one. If you could afford any car, what car would you want to drive?
Like my dream car, probably like a 67 Mustang or like a Hellcat or something like that.
All right, before we let you go, we want to let you take the time to thank your support system, the people that are there for you, the people that have your back, and the people that have kind of been with you for your whole journey.
Yeah, I would just like to, thank the staff here and the coaches especially, and, my family has had a great impact on me. But, we went through a lot of adversity, especially the seniors with having so many different coaches. And I think, this year's coaches are really good and have had an impact on the whole team.
All right, Mark, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. It was a pleasure hearing from you. Good luck the rest of the season, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right. Thanks for having me.